Hi guys, welcome to your reading for this week. Let's jump in and just see what's going on in your present energy. What is it that Spirit wants to reflect back to you? What's going on in your challenge, and then what kind of advice Spirit has for you. Okay, first card out of the gate. All right, Page of Swords in reverse. Something definitely going on in the area of communication. I don't know if you're experiencing a miscommunication with somebody, or there's a lack of communication going on between you and somebody else. That's definitely coming up in your energy. Let's continue to see where the story goes. Okay, we have interesting Justice and Judgment, two major arcana. So whatever's going on, you guys, in this area of like miscommunication in you in this situation or you and this other person, I feel this is all about like things are going to balance out and things are going to work out. With the Judgment card being here, though, I do feel like the way that this happens is through higher wisdom, higher guidance, really being able to kind of like take lessons learned from the past, and there's really a surrendering and a releasing that goes on here. So I'm not exactly sure what's causing the miscommunication, but I feel like it is going to be balanced out. Hold on. Actually, let me clarify. We'll find out. Let's get what the Page of Swords in reverse is. Spirit, what's going on with this miscommunication? What does this have to do with for collective? Okay. So you got the Lover's card here. So for me, the Lover's card is all about big choices and big decisions that need to be made, but it's also about exposing and being very forthcoming and very transparent, honest about what these greater truths are. So in a situation where things may have felt like unclear or murky, or like I said, miscommunication, this is an opportunity with the Lover's card, I feel, to kind of have a meeting of the minds. And whether you do this within yourself or it involves this other person, I do feel like things need to be looked at for like what they really are, so that you can weigh how you need to move forward in the decision. You know, with the Lover's card, it's like you talk about like the polarity of like temptation and purity, of like good and evil, things like this. And it kind of just symbolizes like this greater sense of communication. And it's like, you know, when people say like come to Jesus moment, it like that's what the Lover card, how I would describe the Lover's card. It's this moment of like there needs to be balance and fairness. So I don't know if this feels like a hostile or argumentative, a conflict situation that you're having with this person. I do feel like it's with a person and not so much within yourself, although you may feel a level of inner conflict about like how to move forward, but it's as if Spirit is already coming through with the advice and saying like, look, and I'm going to get clarification on the Judgment actually too while I'm talking. It's like Spirit is saying, look, you may have to do a little bit of balancing within yourself in terms of like, you know, if there's anything that would hold you back from getting into this position of like truth. And it's like a higher calling, honestly. It's like a higher calling that calls for communication and figuring things out to balance the scales. But if there's anything like pride, or like you feel like it's their fault, or anything, honestly, that would hold you back, clarification on the Judgment, Spirit, anything that would hold you back from, okay, you like love how I look at the camera, I'm all okay, give me just 1 second, because I don't want to like pause the camera on the reading, but we're gonna just get these cards, so just hold on a second. Okay, all's well but it is well. Okay. Okay, clarification on the Judgment, Spirit. Okay, we got something. Okay. So you got the Eight of Swords, you guys. I do feel like this is a situation where instead of being able to actually embody what the Judgment card represents and being able to go into this kind of like higher place, this release, this wisdom, this place of like, transparency, you guys. It's the feeling that I'm getting from this already is that, you know, with the Judgment, it's all about, you see how they're naked here? Do you see how like they're naked? They have really nothing to hide, you know. I don't want to say nothing to lose necessarily, but nothing to hide. And it's this feeling of that's how justice is going to get served here in this situation, is there needs to be a come to Jesus moment, right? Which is a metaphor. Doesn't mean you have to believe in like Jesus actually. But you're in your head here with the 8 of Swords. It's like overthinking. It's like a mental prison. There does feel like a lack of communication. Honestly, this all feels solvable. This all feels reconcilable. Don't be too heavily focused here with the Justice card on being like the winner or the victor, I'm feeling. Because with the Lovers, it's like Spirit is like, yo, like this is all about the higher path. You know, you've got the angels here with the Adam and Eve figures, and then you've got the angel here with the Judgment. There is this sense of like higher counseling. So it might be like you needing to like take a beat and go within and have some alone time and really like be guided by this deeper, I'm hearing like this more pure sense of your wisdom. If there's any part of you that's been feeling salty or been holding on to lower vibrational aspects, like you may have an idea or a judgment about why this communication has been taking place with this individual, and you might feel like you don't know what to do in this situation. But Spirit is saying, we'll keep going on to see what sort of your challenges and your advice is, but so far that's what Spirit is saying is like, this is actually kind of a big crossroads moment, decision point. And so I do feel like it needs to be handled with care so that the best possible outcome is what happens here. Okay, what's coming through the collective challenge position on this, Spirit? What do they need to see or what they don't see coming so they can move forward? What's the challenge position that they really need to work on right now? Okay. All right. You got the 7 of Cups in reverse. Whoopsies. Yeah. Page of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Cups in reverse, and 7 of Swords. So challenge position is, I feel like there needs to be a level of grounding so that you can kind of like see what's going on a little bit more clearly. Okay. Gosh, this reading is just screaming a situation where maybe you don't have all of the viewpoints. I almost said all of the facts, all of the evidence, but I feel like you might feel like some of this energy is going on, some 7 of Swords energy is going on. Maybe things are not being done above board, you know, on the up and up. Maybe you're feeling like that. But I do feel like if you can ground yourself, get into the energy of Judgment, get into the energy of Lovers, it's a very sobering energy is the way that this feels. So if there's been a predominant energy that's been driving you, that you know has been making you feel more like this and not really getting closer to a solution or whatever, this is Spirit's way of saying like, ground back into your center, because there are choices that you have, but you want to make sure that you're contemplating from a leveled place, like a leveled mind, body, spirit. You may need to like see a little bit more as to like why some of this 7 of Swords energy is happening. Maybe there is. I mean, I'm not gonna put that past the situation. Like maybe there really is some aspects of this that are not hitting above board. Now let's see, I want to get more clarification on this 6 of Cups. This is interesting in the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit, clarification on the 6 of Cups. God, okay, just more of this. So all right, I get that it's like wanting to come out of this stressful energy, coming out of this stressful energy. So honestly, the thing that's going to do that, that's what the Six of Cups is all about. It's all about coming back to this place of harmony. So I don't know who this is that you are dealing with or this situation. It could be work. It could be in a love partner relationship. It could be like, it could be like a boss. It could be just someone that it's like basically someone that you're in relationship with. For many of you, it's going to be a partnership, like a love romantic partnership. And I feel like, but also for some of you, it's like we see a lot of cup energy here. Yeah, a lot of it's going to be love, honestly. But take it how it resonates. It could be that it's anyone you're in relationship with. So, the lover doesn't necessarily have to mean like a romantic partnership. It can be somebody that you're exchanging some type of really important energy with right now. So I would just look there. But yeah, Six of Cups, there's something about rekindling and recoming together. I feel like that's the challenge for you right now, is like you have to ground and kind of like, let's not get over, that's not the word, but I feel like this is going to be solved, but that also may feel like a challenge. If you're holding any kind of a grudge, or if you're holding any type of like mental energy, I do see you coming out of that. Okay. I see if you're holding any like negative mental energy, like you feel trapped within this situation, this is your confirmation. You're with higher levels of communication. This will kind of, this can get solved. So, okay, I want to just get some clarification too in the Page of Pentacles in reverse. But I don't know why, what's up with I don't know if it's my hands or the energy or what. Hold on. It's been a while since it's kind of like the cards have jumped all over the place like this. All right. Okay. That's just way too many cards, you guys. I'm not down with that. Hold on. All right, let me just gather myself. Okay. Spirit, Page of Pentacles in reverse, clarification, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, so Page of Pentacles in reverse coming up here in your challenge, you guys. There's something about, needing to make better choices here when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to like how you move in these situations. I feel like this could have been related to some sort of offer that you accepted recently. But nevertheless, like I don't get this feeling like the offer has gone bad or anything like that, but maybe there's been some unforeseen challenges that have come up on the scene. And now it's kind of like, how do I navigate? How do I bring this together? What do I do? I definitely see you coming out of this though. I definitely see you coming out of this. And really being able to, what is that word? More calculated, like, and not in a bad way. Sometimes calculated can get a negative connotation, but I feel like this is calling for really good communication, really being deliberate about the steps you take so that things can come together. And I do see that it is going to come together here. Maybe we'll pull some future energy just to look at and see what Spirit has. But for now, let's go into the advice. What's the highest truth and advice here for the collective in this situation? Yeah. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is all too about like your abundance. I do feel like this is tied to your abundance in some way. So I don't know like what role this relationship has in your life, but it's like there's still more to go. There's still more learning and perfecting that needs to be had. So I don't know if you've been thinking about like, I just want to like escape from this or make it stop or whatever the energy is. Like how much of a burden does it feel for you? It might feel like a pretty heavy burden, but however, it's like one of those things where it's like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's how you move from here on out, like on forward, that's going to determine like how this goes for you. I do think that this has to do with your money. So it could be, it could quite literally be a boss. If it's a relationship concern, it has a lot to do with like feeling like you're independent. And I don't know why I feel like it's all about perfecting and coming to a place of mastery, like as if the magician were here, like the tools that you've been given and learning how to work from different angles, like being able to get into the reconciliation, like the 6 of Cups, coming together with someone. There's also just stuff here linked with bringing old negative patterns to an end. So it's as if Spirit is saying like, hey, this is one of those things where we're like teaching you how to work on this. We're teaching you how to navigate this situation because it is a part of your tool set. Okay, let's see what else is coming through advice. Yeah. Yeah. See, now I'm starting to get into the energy of like where this might be work related. So you have 2 of Pentacles in reverse. I mean, it definitely has something to do with balance. It has something to do with balancing your responsibilities, balancing your money. Your advice is to get this stuff in order too. So, okay. So I'm like feeling both energies of like you and then the person who's miscommunicating. Okay, Spirit's saying it could be both of y'all. So it could be also that it's them. They're doing a lot. Yeah, I don't even see it as being like that's the thing. I don't see it as being like one person's fault. It feels like there's a breakdown of communication on both parties' ends. So anyways, this is your advice from Spirit. This is all about kind of getting your financial stability, your time and energy, how you balance everything, getting that together, right? You may be overworking in a certain area. You may be overly focused on something else rather than what Spirit really wants you to get clear about. With the Lovers, we're just talking about like, it's like, hey, it's time to that come to Jesus moment that like, okay, we need to really sit down and talk about this and look at this and get really clear so that this can stop, this miscommunication can stop happening. But if you're feeling, out of balance, things are overwhelming, like things are not in order, it's almost like things are slipping through the cracks. So that's probably what has to do with the communication being out of balance here. And I feel like, again, a lot of that can just be solved. But it's this, like with the Judgment, it gives this feeling of like, there's really nothing to be ashamed of. It's not like something's wrong with you. It's just an energy that's showing up on your path right now that wants to be brought to a higher level of alignment. Okay, let's actually go into the archetype cards. That's what I'm feeling. Spirit, what is the archetype that's going to support the collective with a higher alignment through this energy right now? Okay. Almost got away from me, y'all. Okay, Father. That is brilliant. Okay, talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribal unit. The shadow attribute is dictatorial control and abuse of authority, right? So it's the father archetype. Let me just show you. It doesn't have anything to do with what gender you are or identify as, but it's more of this energy of like nurturing the way it's coming in through this archetype. It's this energy of like taking care of responsibility, of, it says creating and supporting life. So you are a part of nurturing not only yourself, but those around you and whatever it is you're working towards right now. It is this like higher level of responsibility. And that's why I think all of this has kind of come out about your communication and needing to really make good decisions and like how you navigate. It's almost like Spirit is giving this like crash course of like up leveling on the earthly plane. Like this definitely feels earthly. I'm trying to think. There's only one cup. Oh no, there's two cup cards, the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Cups in reverse. But even the 7 of Cups in reverse was really speaking to this need to like ground. And then everything else was Pentacles, Swords, and Wands. So I really do feel like there is like kind of like an underlying unconscious message going on here about doing some work around your heart chakra and how you navigate the world of emotions. If emotions are what sometimes trip you up or kind of keep you from like a Judgment card energy, like being able to surrender and just release and having nothing to hide and getting down to brass tacks here with the Lovers card, I really do feel like the name of the game, your advice is, you know, you can't have your plate so full that then all the other areas of your life, I feel like, get neglected. Because what's going to help you is the nurturing card of the Father and being able to, it's like being geared up to be that person who is a guiding light. So this is like par for the course, I would say. Spirit, what's another archetype? Okay, Messiah. So the light attribute is serving humanity with humility. So that's interesting, right? Because when I think of the Judgment card too, I do feel like there's a certain level of like, okay, I've arrived at this place where I can now step into a level of humility and I don't have to like try to keep up airs or try to come off a certain way because I want to appear a certain way. If something's not working, it's like the humility part comes into play when we can say, okay, what aspect am I contributing to the breakdown of this communication or what's not working? And if I feel like there's some shenanigans going on that I don't like, then I know that I can start making these deeper decisions. But it's all, the Lovers is, it's like all about coming from this higher aligned place. Like you're faced with the choice, the responsibility of choice, but you're not taking like the lower frequency route here. Okay, let's see. Exaggerated belief. Shadow attribute is exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. So it's just, again, it's like, wow, we're seeing these messages of like humility from a place of wisdom. I don't think the Judgment card would be here if you did not kind of like arrive at this juncture here on the Fool's journey. I feel like you have the ability to kind of like come from a higher place and being very conscious of like how you're looking at different aspects of the situation and also like cleaning up the communication, almost like maybe taking the reins or the bull by the horns and getting clear. I don't know why I'm feeling one more piece of advice. I don't know, something just is telling me. But yeah, it's about getting clear and communicating with this person. Not taking any missteps with this. It just feels so important. It feels like it's important to your lesson. It feels like it's important to your abundance. It feels like it's important to whatever it is you're building within yourself or in your outer world right now. So we're at one last piece of overarching advice for the collective. Nope, not yet. I feel like my whole energy and hands, it's kind of a lot. Do we want to go for the angel deck, Spirit, for this last piece of advice? Yeah, we do. Okay. Angel Tarot, here we go. Thank you, Spirit. All right, you guys, we got the Emperor, stability, efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. Okay, the Emperor. Okay, we got Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, and support. A change in job or promotion. So with the Ace of Ariel, I feel like in doing so, in getting clear, in making this decision, you are now stepping into a new level of opportunity. Look, whether it comes from here or it comes from outside of this situation, because I want you to know too that if this wasn't implied in the message, I just want to make sure that it's understood. Just because you have a come to Jesus moment with this person doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to stay within the situation. I feel like there can be, that's why this last message needs to come out, because y'all need to hear this. There can be a 6 of Cups kind of reconciliation that does not mean that it's of the highest alignment for you to stay. I think it's going to vary from person to person. 3 of Michael, release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. Yes. So Spirit just wanted to make that super clear. If that wasn't implied, is, oh my God, look at this, you guys. Oh my God, let me show you real quick. Top of the tarot deck, I had just placed it down. Look, Ace of Pentacles. So new opportunities in finance are going to come out of this, right? So it's up to you. It says stability and efficiency. Take charge of the situation. Do what needs to be done. And you can just look at it from a situation of like, look, you're just taking care of business and you're doing what a good leader does. And then Spirit will reward you here with this new opportunity. It also kind of speaks on top. This is why this is your advice. Right? Because you're talking about getting your stability together, your financial independence together, and so that you can feel back on your feet in an abundant way. So this is all pivotal to that, whether you end up continuing on with whoever or whatever this is, or you end up saying this is where, whoops, my camera cut off. But I did want to finish the rest of this message about the 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the 2 of Pentacles, and why it's so important for you to have this come to Jesus communication with this person, because it feels like it's directly linked to your stability. And it's also about you feeling like balance and your ability to juggle these things. With the Emperor coming out here, like, it was just so perfect, because it's all about your ability to be efficient, but I feel like it's in more ways than one. There's also this energy too, you know, when we talked about the father energy, and I just wanted to touch on this real quick before we end, is it's all about being able to be that nurturer and really get that side of you going. And I feel like that has something to do here with the 6 of Cups energy as well. It's like being like the father of the tarot deck, which is the Emperor, and the father and the archetype. So there is something just very responsible about the energy coming through this reading, but it's also like you're going to have to use some discretion, and you're going to have to use maybe some restraint. So I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope this resonated for you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.